I don't want to see it. None of them really love each other, I'm sorry.
I do feel like Priya enjoys it.
I don't think boys know anything.
Clip farming is a thing.
I don't think his subscribers would really care about his wedding.
I love a good wedding. I just think he seems like a little boy and she's like a lady and she could do so much better.
I'm like, right, let's just all calm down.
down.
Oh,
you know?
well, we're going to get some heat on this then. Welcome to Showbiz Fix, your destination for the inside scoop on all our celebrity exclusives. It might be the last week of Love Island, but Messy Murph is giving chaos. I've called in pro debriefer Scott Mousley-Young to help us make sense of the madness ahead of Monday's final. And Kelly Allen's here to chat MrBeast, Jade, Thirlwall and Jordan Stevens, plus Holly Willoughby's new YouTube show. But obviously, I'm very keen to get into all of this Love Island because we've just got 4 episodes left before the final.
Hard times.
How do we see the rest of the series panning out, Scott?
The mess is just going to keep going. The mess is just going to keep going. I thought, we were saying before, this is boring. Like when it gets to this point, it's all the loveyes and the girlfriend and boyfriends and all of this. But actually, I think Yulia and Jasmine are going to keep that going for a little bit longer, keep the mess going a little bit longer.
I know, absolutely. Kelly, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm so happy. Exactly. She said, I'm like, I don't like it when it gets boring. I think some of them could break up before the final. I don't even know if they'll make it to the actual final as a couple.
I know a lot of people mourn the loss of the big epic dates, but I don't because they were always so performative and contrived. Do you remember that year where it was Dr. Alex got with Alexandra quite late and they went on that lavish date with a red Ferrari and he came back and all he talked about was the red Ferrari and the lads in the villa were even like, you went on a date with a Ferrari. And I think we're just at that point. I don't want to see it. None of them really love each other, I'm sorry.
I'm only interested if they're on a yacht.
I think the dates are so boring. I've always found that boring. I feel like we actually don't care enough.
No.
We actually don't care. I'd rather see them in the villa doing all of that than sitting talking and strawberry picking.
100%.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Right, so basically we've got the 6 couples left. So I'm just going to lean on the bookies here. They think Lorenzo and Yulia are going to win, but also in the top 3, Cav and Jazz, Tommy and Yasmin. And then fighting it out, Simran and Angelista, Aiden and Priya, and Samraj and Mika. Who do you guys think is going to be out next? Surely it's between Praden and Mikraj. I just made that up. Does that work?
Yeah.
I hope it's Praden.
Yeah, I think someone needs to save Priya from herself. And
Yeah.
Aiden, I've had enough of him. Come time. Bye.
Okay, so let's talk about Priya. I feel like the show is starting to mug her off. Never mind Aiden.
I keep seeing online humiliation ritual, and I feel like the edit is doing that for her. Like, if this is one of my friends, I'd be getting in there and be like, come out, because she's just had a horrible journey. They have not done it. I mean, maybe they've tried to give her nice men. They have tried to give her nice men, but it just feels like she goes from one terrible situation. That pouncing comment the other night was so mean.
That really was mean. But your point is completely valid that they have given her nice men as options.
Yeah, I feel like with Priya, she is a scapegoat for a lot of things. I feel like, I like Priya as a person, and I think like she brings a lot to it. But by doing that, a lot of the other islanders are kind of like, can say this, can say that. Oh, it's only Priya. Like, she's probably going to take it, she's probably going to be whatever. But in another breath, I do feel like Priya enjoys it to an extent. I think she enjoys being in the like triangles. I think she enjoys a little bit of talking to this person, talking to like to that person, running away from things, bringing things in again. I just feel like it's a little bit rehearsed.
Yeah, I think that what a lot of people have said about Priya, and there's nothing wrong with this, the show needs it, is it's producer Scott. Mm-hmm. She's storylining. Yeah. I think she doesn't mind being in the triangles because she knows that makes a good show. But what would Love Island be without the people that make a good show? I'm here for it.
Yeah, you can't fault it. Like, you can't fault the fact that she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's
doing. But I
doing.
also think she's making it a bit too obvious, I think now. I'm like, it seems a bit rehearsed. I'm like, when she says certain lines, I'm like, oh, I like look away. I'm like, rehearsed. I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah, but clip farming is a thing. Like, good on her. You do it, girl. Because I'm convinced that someone had a conversation with Aiden where they said, Aiden, look, love, you're not going to win Love Island. Why don't you just be like really messy? Yeah. And that's why I'm calling him Messy Murph now, because, get yourself an All Stars, take over that messy Mitch mantle, because they're not winning, are they? But then Toby did say on his stream that all of the dumped islanders say that when they go back in at the end of this week, which is happening, they're flying out today, none of them are dumping Priya and Aiden.
No.
So maybe they could make the final.
Why are they not dumping them? Does everyone, I think everyone likes Aiden.
But I think they like them as people.
Yeah.
And that's what they're voting for. Obviously, we've seen it a lot through the whole season. People have been voting for the people, not for Love Island.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's probably what we're going to see.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that we can't vote for as a couple is Lorenzo and Jasmine, because it feels like it's over. But I want to open the Jarenzo Files.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now it's the question that every dumped Islander is asked is, what is going on? Does he really love her? So his two best friends, let's look at what they've said. First piece of evidence, Your Honour. Tommy said that Lorenzo regretted not putting it on her properly and getting it nailed down at the beginning. Sean, however, when he was on here, said he seemed visibly shocked when I said to him, does Lorenzo love Jasmine? He was like, no. What do you guys think?
I don't think boys know anything. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, I've had this in my real life. Like, boys don't realise they're in love with their friends until they're in love with them. And like, I think he doesn't realize, he knows he likes her. He thinks they've got this great friendship. But he definitely likes her and she definitely likes him. She's just a bit blindsided by Cav, but I'm telling you, they'll have a little snog down the line. I'm putting money on it.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with the edits.
Yeah.
I am way more likely to repost a Jarenzo edit than I am Javin edit. Like, I'm way more likely. I think it's really hard because I think Lorenzo does like her, but he also thinks it's too far gone. And he's never going to make the first move, is he? Realistically, he's never going to say, yeah, I like you.
No.
So, and right now it's way too late to do that.
Lorenzo's dad says it's all about Yulia.
I don't know.
Nah. Sorry, let's be so for real. Let's be so for real.
She is beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think is in those Grafties clip? What bothered me was Cav was more annoyed about Lorenzo joking about running it back than the fact that the woman that says that he's in love with was devastated. And to me, it's like, are you more bothered about Lorenzo than you are Jazz? Because that's how it seemed.
100%.
Do you want to be with her to stop him being with her? Because that's what it's giving.
My sister's obsessed with Jazz and Cav together and I've just never seen it. I just think he seems like a little boy and she's like a lady and she could do so much better.
I was for them, but I feel like in the past week it seems a bit off key again. Like, I feel like they seem a bit, from Cavan, it's like the minute he sees something else that he can be kind of annoyed about or be basically annoyed about, he's like, I'm not sure. And then he seems like he's not really in love with Jasmine anymore. Or like, even like the clips, it's like, yeah, he was bothered about Lorenzo, not the fact that he'd upset Jasmine and she'd been crying and he'd seen all those clips. So it's just like, he always finds a reason to withdraw something. Like, every time something happens with Jasmine, it's like, right, now I can withdraw from it. But it's her, it's not me.
People have accused me of being a Jazz and Cav hater, and I'm not. I just think Jasmine's absolutely incredible. And I think that Cavan is not acting in the proper way that one should with such a lady of such calibre.
Yeah.
Well, she quote him.
She's diminished herself being around him. Like, I feel like she second guesses everything. She's like, oh, I don't want to say this. You don't want to be with someone like that.
No. Okay, let's move on to Yaz and Tommy. People love them together, but are less convinced by Yasmin because they call her a scammer. Scott, fill us in on this.
It's a bit of an awkward one because I think it is done online.
A lot of celebrities do this. I see them. I mean, I don't think it's right, but a lot of celebrities do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a lot of people out that do it. It's not even just travel. People will do it with makeup brands. People will do it with perfumes, all these kind of things. But I'm like, is a scammer a bit of a reach? I'm like, is a scammer a bit of a stretch? I'm like...
So the context of this is she's part of one of these travel firms.
They're called MLMs.
MLMs, where she recruits people and they pay to be part of the scheme. So the earning in this comes from recruiting other people. So I guess it's a bit like back in the day when you used to have to buy the Tupperware and buy the Ann Summers and all that kind of thing before you could go out. So it's like the modern version of that, I guess, right?
Yeah. I guess the thing is with it, it's like she's making the money from the people joining, as opposed to making the money from actually booking things. So it's like, that's where I think the line is blurred a little bit.
I don't think it's legit. I've got some lots of travel writer friends who really sort of break it down about why it's bad.
Yeah.
But she's a young girl trying to make a few quid. I don't know. I don't think she's the worst person in the world. There's lots of people doing it.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me for my opinion, and I feel like it's one where I want her to come out and her to talk about it, because
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
And isn't it like a side hustle? I don't know if it's her like full-time thing, is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
She said she's a recruitment consultant.
Yeah.
There's always a bit of smoke and mirrors with people's jobs on Love Island, isn't there?
Well, who was it? It was Priya. Like, there was something with Aiden and Priya where they were like, you slag off people's jobs. And I was like, what jobs did they have?
Yeah, well, she slagged off Alicia's job.
What did she
Poor
do?
girl. She works for the National Rail, and Priya was busy slagging her off. And look, we're all on those trains constantly.
I'm thinking I need National Rail. I'm like, hello.
I know. I do want to talk, though, about how Jasmine's sister Bella has become a main character of the series without even being on the show. Kelly, you gave me an amazing fact on this earlier.
Yeah, she has got more social media followers off her appearance than Alicia and a few of the other Castle Moore girls have got. So, like, she's gone in there and just went, zoop. I mean, I saw someone say the day, which made me laugh, that Shakira's After Sun wig was inspired by her hair. I mean, I think it was actually Kylie Jenner, but, why not?
Could she be on All Stars?
I would see it. I would like to see it. But I also think she's a very different personality to Jasmine. So we wouldn't see what we've got from Jasmine this season in her. So maybe that would be good. Because we'd be seeing... Because I feel like Kevin and Aiden are quite similar
Yeah.
in how they act. Whereas I feel like Bella and Jasmine are quite different. So it'd be quite nice to see like a different side.
We'd have Aiden and Bella run it on All Stars. I can see it happening.
But I mean, even the coming in and pulling it for a chat sort of gave an assurance that I've never seen before with the...
So in tonight's episode, Maya's doing her best version of Showbiz Fix, obviously inspired by us.
It did look a bit Showbiz Fixy.
It didn't, but so she's hosting her podcast. It's called Not Another Podcast. And each of the couples are going to head outside to the front of the villa to appear on the pod, and she's going to ask them questions, which obviously the public have submitted. So that's very exciting. Did you put any questions in?
I didn't, but I actually saw a lot of people basically putting in about how Yulia called Jasmine
a B word. Yeah.
So that's what they're like. And I saw some people like were sending like hundreds in.
I did see some savage questions going in. People were screenshotting theirs.
But I do think that's fair. I do think that should be asked. I think even from last night, I was kind of expecting it to come up.
In the grafties.
And it didn't. So I feel like now this is only fair.
I don't know if I like, by the way, them showing after some clips as the grafties. I think it should be purely inside the villa. It was a bit fourth wall for me.
It was a bit fourth wall, but I partly think it's though because the Charlene fans wanted more.
They want more.
The fact that she
an
appeared
all-star, Charlene.
twice. Oh, I know, quite. I know. Goodness me. The Charlene detective squad is still alive and well. The number of messages I got about, she's on the motorway on the way to the airport. She's definitely going back for the jewelry. And I was like, that's great. So the Casa girls, the Bombshells, all the Dumped Islanders are flying back today, and they're going to be in the villa doing that jewelry thing that they do where they all pick a couple to dump. So I would imagine they're filming that tomorrow, and then we'll get it Sunday night.
Yeah.
I love it when that happens.
I like it when it happens.
I like some opinions because I also like the fact that they come out, they see all everyone's opinions, because I feel like a lot of them go in and dump depending on the public's opinion.
100%.
So,
it's like we get to pick.
Yeah, but then that also gives them in there a bit of an insight into what's going on outside. So
And a bit of
like,
savagery when they come in as well.
My favourite is still when Jess Harding went into All Stars and quoted Showbiz Fix. And I was like, it's as close to it gets as me being on Love Island. I love that trend about reasons why I could never be on Love Island.
Husband?
I mean, famously married, but apart from that, just generally, it would be a nightmare. I'd constantly be regretting everything I said and did.
all the time.
What's your reason for not going on Love Island?
Reason I won't go on Love Island? Eating. I need food whenever I want it or however I want it. And I literally like always, and like I can't do toast and egg every single day. Like I need food.
Yeah.
What would mine be? Do you know what? I don't love putting makeup on when I'm on holiday. And I know in series 2, I remember Cara told me and Olivia Bowen that they were constantly called in by producer going, you're on telly, please put some makeup on.
Yeah.
That'd be me. They'd be like, Kelly, can you take your hair with a button?
Shakira and Yas actually said at ITV last week that sometimes they'd be like, I refuse. And producers were like, no.
Put some makeup on.
I'd be like that. That'd be like, just no. Okay, so other people who are going to be big on the books this week next week, I should say, Holly Willoughby has a new show. But she's not coming back to telly. She's launching her own YouTube show. Now, I want to talk about this because I just think it's a really interesting decision from her, because she said that her kids are all consuming their content on YouTube. So she's coming back with what is essentially a very This Morning style show, but on YouTube. And I'm like, you've just said your kids are on YouTube, so why are you coming in with a a show for the mums.
Well, I have a theory. So my boss, Jade, went to this very nice lunch the other day with Holly, saw some clips, and she said it was really good. And we were talking about it because Bella, her 15-year-old daughter, was there and sort of she was talking about the inspiration being Bella. But what I think it is so many parents now just have their TVs permanently on that YouTube app because all the kids are watching it. So it's easy enough to flick over and like, I'd probably take a little look at Holly on YouTube. And I think it's for the mums. I think rather than like, I don't think they're thinking that Gen Zers are going to watch her how to boil a potato or whatever. I think it's still for the mums, just on a different platform.
The trailers look really fun and it does look like a new side of Holly, but I just think it might flop just because of that. But
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like my viewers, like my demographic that follow me would never watch that ever. And I also think like how I think of my mum, I would have to put YouTube on for her to watch it. She likes This Morning, she likes all these shows because you just put Channel 3 on, it runs. So the fact that she'd have to go onto YouTube, find Holly's channel, put it on, I just don't think it's going to really be... And it's like, when is she posting? When is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, when do we catch this show? Like, is it going to be posted every day? Is it going to be posted? So I feel like that's a little bit another thing. If it's to get pushed on Facebook... I think it'll do all right.
I think they're going to have to go mad with the social clips.
Yes.
That's the thing. I'm like, is it not going to just be lots of social clips of her doing funny things and being a bit naughty and cackling?
Yeah.
Are we going to see a Vanessa Feltz style prank callers?
Oh, no, because it's not going to be live, is it? I mean, maybe it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I presume it's all pre-recorded.
Well, we'll see. So, Kelly, your boss Sinead was there. What did she say it sounds like it's going to be on the show?
Well, she said there's a really hilarious clip with Joanne McNally, that Joanne McNally dresses her in a tracksuit. And she said that was the bit she was excited about, that there's going to be lots of celebrity friends on there. She does a bit of cooking. It's just, the segments are very This Morning-esque. But I think Nicole Appleton's on there, Emma Bunton. So I think it's like Holly's got really sort of A-list pals. And I think that's the thing that she was excited about. But she said it looked really good. Came back full of energy about it and was like, it's going to be so good. I mean, Holly was brilliant on This Morning. And I think it's interesting as well, like it's a different look for her. Like she always wore those very structured dresses. She wears jeans and little pumps. It's not high heels anymore.
Why didn't she just do a podcast?
Because maybe she likes the actual doing stuff. I think she's going to do lifestyle, fashion, makeup. Just what she knows,
like
isn't
the
it?
movement of it. I think like This Morning, it's very like, she would walk over here, she would do this, she'd walk over there, do that.
So Holly just likes walking.
And of course she's on her own.
She loves a walk. She loves a walk around the studio.
She walks well.
Was someone who objectively is an absolute superstar on YouTube and has smashed it is MrBeast. Now this is very much not my wheelhouse. When MrBeast pops up on my TikTok, I find myself sucked into these 10-minute clips of some people living in a box.
Yeah.
But I'm not on his YouTube. However, he's made the news this week by getting married.
Got a Mrs. Beast.
He's got a Mrs. Beast. And what I love about this is MrBeast lives a fairly low-key life. Like I don't feel like I know anything about him as a person. His shows are all about other people. Yet he's gone off to Necker Island.
I would
for his wedding.
Love to go to Necker Island.
I mean, who wouldn't,
I mean, true. I mean, Richard Branson owns it's a private island. I think you've got to be invited to go there.
You got to have some absolute cash money for that.
I have a friend whose husband used to work on Necker Island and he said it was incredible.
So MrBeast is getting 70 of his closest. Imagine I'd have 70 people out to Necker Island.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like actually that seems quite small.
Yeah, I think that's a small wedding.
For him.
Yeah. So talk to me about MrBeast.
Right. I'm pretty sure his net worth is somewhere around like 2.6 billion.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's really big. His YouTube videos are obviously crazy. They do views that no other YouTuber does anymore.
I think I read like 500 million followers on like Instagram or something.
And even his videos, like they get, even Jeffree Star back in the day never pulled in views that MrBeast does now. Like it is crazy, hundreds of millions. But I do think it's because his videos go for any demographic. They go from as young as like toddlers to 40s, 50s, 60s. People watch him like they do. But yeah, I think him choosing a low-key-ish wedding is intentional. I think he is quite low-key. If you watch his videos, you don't really see anything about him. He never talks about his home life. He never talks about what he really gets up to. You wouldn't know anything.
If you look at Dua Lipa's wedding, for example, you could just be sat at a cafe on the side of that square and see everything that was going on, and he's flying off. So it's actually sort of like low-key, high-key.
Yeah. It's like the high-key of it is he's going to this private island, no one knows anything about it, but it's low-key because no one knows anything about it.
Will he not do a YouTube video?
I doubt it. He might do a little something. But I just feel like all his YouTube videos are really like big and extravagant things.
Yeah.
It would feel weird. He's not like a vlogging channel. He doesn't do like little vlogs or he doesn't do... So it'd be weird if he did... And I don't think anyone would care. I don't think his subscribers would really care about his wedding.
I love a good wedding. Even having other people.
Yeah, we love the wedding. Like, I love a wedding, but I think his subscribers wouldn't be that bothered about a wedding because all his other videos are so crazy.
That's the best way to be a celebrity, I think, where you're huge. You know, he's the most subscribed to channel on YouTube, got absolute cash money, but somehow has kept a private life. Goals.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like the people in Coldplay that aren't Chris Martin.
Yeah. Yes to that. The opposite of a wedding, obviously this week, we had a celeb breakup between Jade, Thirlwall and Jordan Stevens, who seemed endgame to me.
Totally endgame. I am gutted about this. So saw them together in February in Manchester at the Brits and they looked so loved up. And he was proper like... I don't know, what would you call it? Instamom, like filming her when she's on stage. Like he just seemed so supportive of her career and like they just seemed really in love. Like they met in the pandemic. Basically, she'd always said she wouldn't date a musician, but then someone mentioned the fact he was single and I think he slid into her DMs.
My favourite thing is, didn't he make a presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation as to why she should go on a date with him?
Love that. He's really intelligent. He writes poetry and they did all these sort of online dates where they dressed up. He put like ties on and it was really cute. And then they did a socially distanced walk in Greenwich, which I was like, oh my God, blast from the past. Remember, we're going to be close to each other. But I mean, 6 years together, they'd been splitting their time between Margate and London. It just seemed really like, as you said, I was expecting another Little Mix wedding and some babies.
Yeah.
But they split up.
The first warning sign, I guess, was that she attended Perry's wedding solo, and obviously all of the Little Mix girls knew Jordan really well. So that seemed a bit strange that he wasn't there.
That was it. And then eagle-eyed people on the internet noticed she'd taken a lot of videos down off her TikTok. And then she'd sort of said herself she was writing and she was dealing with some stuff. I mean, it just feels really sad. I mean, her career has gone incredibly up. And I don't know if the Rizzle kicks is quite the same. And that can cause issues. Someone did tell me there was issues as well. He's now taken over from Lily Allen on the Missing You podcast with Mika Oliver. And that Jade wasn't loving the overshare. I mean, I do remember when they first started going out, I read something where he was talking about them having sex. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's in Little Mix. She can't talk about that. So I don't know. But then maybe she wasn't that bothered. These things happen. I guess you get to a point you're like, 6 years in, are we going to get married or are we not? And if not, maybe we should just bin it.
Yeah.
They always seem pretty like free-flowing people to me though. That's why I always kind of thought that like it would keep... I don't know, I never saw an end of it.
No,
I know they both seem like they supported the same thing. He always did like a lot of things for like manosphere stuff and the LGBT. Like he was always very like vocal, so was she. So I always felt like they, in that aspect, they always followed the same morals. They always followed it, you know.
They felt very aligned.
Yeah, so I'm like, I never really saw an end to them.
Well, what we're hearing is that there wasn't any sort of like canon event or anything. There's been, you know, a couple of months of them discussing this back and forth and then took the decision. So I always say this sometimes with any breakup, never mind celebrity breakups, sometimes people think there has to be something that happened, and sometimes it's just you reach a natural endpoint, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe time will be a healer.
You never know.
Hopefully.
But lots of people always ask us, talking about celebrities, you go out all the time, Kelly, to all kinds of amazing places. Kelly's like our society girl. So she's the summer season for Kelly is...
I've been like out.
You know.
It's like Bridgeton for me.
It literally is. And you'll be like, oh, I saw this person, So Kelly, where do you spot these celebrities? How can our listeners and viewers go and see a celeb if that's the kind of thing that they want to be doing?
So yeah, I do celebrities in the wild. I'm most excited when I spot a celebrity and I don't intend to. I was just saying I spotted someone. I spotted Joe Alduin, former Mr. Taylor Swift, in a prep by work. And it was so exciting because it was not like an intentional thing. But
what was he buying?
He was buying some sort of hot wrap and a coffee. He was doing a play. And I was saying the reason I realised he was famous was he had a baseball cap on and he kept putting it lower and lower. That I was going, why is that guy being so weird? And I was like, oh my God, it's Joe. He was doing a play nearby. And I think that's one of the things. If you want, Soho, London is the place to spot people. But to be honest, across the country, if you know a play is coming into town, you know, a show is coming, that theatre, those celebrities will have to come and go to there. I know like at the minute, Amber Davies has been on tour with Legally Blonde. So that's a good way of spotting them. What day are they playing? You can probably guess pretty much which hotel they're going to stay in, given, like, I know in Belfast, December 10 were there last week. They stayed in the Premier Inn by the venue. Lots of girls were sharing TikToks where they were staying in the room because they'd flown over. So that's a really good way of doing it. Wimbledon, over, but one for next year. So Wimbledon's here, but you've got to pick your tickets up across the road. So there is a main road you've got to walk across at Gate 4. So go to people, stand at Gate 4, put it down for next year. Celebrities will come out. You will see Niall Horan, you know, Ruth Langsford, whoever's there. They have to go there to get their ticket, and then they have to get into Wimbledon. And it's things like that's a good way. At concerts, Wembley, I can give you a good Wembley one. You've got to look for the green seats. So up in the boxes, the green seats are the EE box. They have green seats. Everybody else's seats are red. And then just in front of that is the Club Wembley section, and that is where they put all the celebrities. So if you look there, another tip, if you're not on that side, get your phone, zoom, and go across and you can see. So like when I went to Oasis there last year, I was in the green seats. So I could look in front. I knew that bit in front, and I saw Lennon, Gallagher, I saw Ney very briefly, I saw the Appleton sisters, because I knew they'd be sitting there to watch Oasis. So I was sort of like, who's there? I always see Christine Lampard there. I'm always like, hello.
My favourite is Sheesh.
Oh yeah, that's a good spot.
Since Sheesh opened their London outpost, it's just like non-stop. My kind of celebs. Like everyone you said is a bit like high key for me. Like my reality people, Sheesh is the place.
Love Island. Yes. I mean, the next few weeks that is going to be popping off with Love Islanders.
People must recognise you though, Scott.
Do you know what? It's in certain places people recognise me.
Yeah, like
where can they spot you?
So like, it's all like in the culture, like the Hun culture.
Yeah.
So anyone who's in like the Hun culture, because obviously, you know, I love my Towie and all of this. So anywhere, like any like prides, things like that, people always like recognise me there. Or kind of like, yeah, just like any kind of gay events, I'm not gonna lie. Where if I'm at a gay event, I'll probably know. It's like Mighty Hoopla when I was there. Like people just, because it's like the Hun culture I always talk about. Like the hot gossip, like people love it.
Yeah, oh, I'm just obsessed with it. So now I want to know what you're binning and binging this week. Kelly, you're going to go first to show Scott how it's done.
Okay, so speaking of, you know, girl bands, I am binging this new girl band called XO. They're quite sort of like an edgy Spice Girls. New single's called Click or Clique. And click. And basically really loving them. They're from all over the place. One's from Essex, one's from Hong Kong. And they just feel really cool. And I'm like ready for a girl band. They're doing a residency in Shoreditch in August. And I'm going to go watch them at Colours. I'm very excited about it. So been spinning their song. Really like it.
Nice. And you're binning?
So I am binning overpriced iced coffees. This is niche, but I'm annoyed by it.
No, it's true.
I paid $6.75 for a coffee the other day, an iced coffee. And I mean, I don't think there's a lot of craftsmanship going into these, because at least with a latte, you know, they're foaming the milk and they're making a wee heart in the top and maybe a shamrock. But you know, I feel like when I get an iced coffee, they put a load of ice in a plastic cup, they throw the coffee in, and then they just literally open a milk carton and pour it in.
Yeah.
Why is that costing me $6.75?
Do people draw shamrocks on your coffees? No. I was just going to say,
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
They can do it on, I've seen it on a Guinness, but maybe next time I'll ask them, can they do it on a coffee?
Yeah, sorry, I don't want your heart. Give me a shamrock. Wow. Okay, Scott, what are you binning?
I am binning Love Island Defenders.
Whoa.
I am.
Not on this show.
No, I'm binning them in the aspects of the people that make these pages and are so strong in their opinions, because I think they actually ruin the show.
Okay.
We should be able to like someone and dislike someone without going off the rails.
Yeah.
These are real people, you know? Yeah. I like to keep myself very separate from it. It's a TV show at the end of the day. We should be able to love them, and we should also, if we love them, we should also be able to call out what they've done wrong. Mm-hmm. You know, these people are like, can't see any wrong in any of their favourite Love Islanders, and I can't deal with that.
I hear you. There's some that I think are really, well, as with anything, some are really lovely and polite, and then there's some who are haranguing me in my DMs, like, what's happening now? What's happening now? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not here. I'm not your paid servant. I do have an actual job.
It's crazy. Like, you see my DMs. Like, if I speak one step out of line, that's it. Why do you think this? I'm like, right, let's just all calm down.
Oh, you know? Well, we're going to get some heat on this then.
I don't mind company.
Come for Scott, don't come for me. Okay, and you're binging?
I'm binging my girl, Truly Precious. She's got a new show on Channel 4.
I'm obsessed with this.
Yes.
Obsessed.
Secret Lives of Gypsy Wives. It's so good. There's 6 episodes out now on Channel 4. It's just got an old Channel 4 feel to it. You know, like everyone wants that old school reality show. It is given that. You know, she's filming her estate. You're seeing every nooks and cranny. Like, she is not letting anything not be shown. I just think, I think it's a good, fun watch. And it's emotional as well, actually. It's really sad, a little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
I've got that on my queue.
You have
I'm
to,
excited.
you have to.
I met her in an Olivia Atwood thing and she is very sweet.
And what you see on this show is literally her in person. So that'll give you an idea of how she is.
Oh my God, we should get Truly on Showbiz Fix.
I would love that.
She would do it.
Love
She
it.
would be amazing.
Love it.
Oh my God, I love that. Okay, great. So this week I'm binning Banana Girl Summer.
What?
Exactly. Specifically, why does there always have to be like a thing? Do you know what I mean?
It's always got to be like a...
Oh, it's because the banana coffees.
Well, apparently we're all putting banana into everything.
Banana and coffee.
But I mean, I love a banana, but why
Yeah.
is it always a thing?
Yeah.
Can't you just have a banana?
No.
Not in this day
Climate.
and age. Last time.
Not without a label.
Yeah.
And then I'm binging. I just think that Islanders can sometimes get a bad rap. Love Islanders. And there's a whole bunch of them doing really good things. They don't just come out and get PLT and all that sort of thing. So just a quick spin through. Lauren Wood has raised loads of money for Dogs Trust, doing the marathon. Jamie from last year has done really good stuff for Prostate Cancer UK. And then most recently, Sam from this series is working with the RNID, all about deafness and that kind of thing. And, you know, there are people that come out and do actual good with their platforms. And I think that we should all remember that.
Definitely.
100%.
Love that.
That's your Showbiz Fix for this week. Remember to subscribe to us here on the Sun Showbiz YouTube channel for all the inside TV and celebrity gossip. See you next week.